The eclipse, October 2nd, right? Love, relationships, partnerships, me versus we. What are we doing? You know, are you pouring too much into other people and not enough into yourself, right? Do you need to bring things back into balance? Thank you, friend. All right, what are the vibes? Like, you know, I don't want to have another little incident with my hair, so let's just... I'm doing the most over here, you guys. Okay, I don't know. And then Christine's going to come in and be like, don't hide the crystal. Okay, my bad. Now people can't see the sign. Maybe I'll go over this way. Okay, whatever. Those are the vibes. All right, I am going to start. I don't know who's coming, who's not coming, but I'm going to just kind of kick it off. Or should I wait for a few more people to come? Let me know what you guys are thinking. Also, let me know how you're feeling because we are in the eclipse portal, right? The 2 weeks between eclipses. So we had our first eclipse in Pisces on the 17th. That was like, what, a week ago? Now we're about to have the second one in Libra. That'll be on the 2nd. That will be a solar eclipse. Hey, Mystic Martian and Color Code. Solar eclipse. So that's a new moon. I'm feeling drained too, friend. I'm going to be honest. I'm fighting for my life. Like, I really am, though. That's good. I'm glad you're resting eternally, E, because the energy can be draining, right? We can feel low energy, just tired. It could be hard to sleep. Hey, Leilani, it could just feel chaotic. You know, I think that the Libra eclipse is going to be a little, well, I'm lying because I said I'm lying. I'm hoping it's going to be a little better, but I think it's still going to be kind of intense because we do have Mars squaring the sun and the moon because Mars is in Cancer. All right. So this, of course, is impacting my cardinal signs. It's my Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, right? Especially my Aries and Libras. If you're Aries sun or really rising, moon too, and if you're a Libra sun, moon or rising, pay attention because the nodes are in your signs, right? All right, it's Libra season too. Happy Libra season to all my Libras. Where you at, right? And in happy fall, it's the equinox. This is the day where we have equal hours of darkness and daylight. Oh, you're a Libra rising? What degree are you? Beauty's antidote. Yeah. I feel you guys. I'm an Aries rising, so I've been fighting for my life. I cannot wait for the nodes to leave and to go into Virgo and Pisces. Goodbye. See ya. I will feel so happy. I think that it's a lot of growth. The North Node, people think that the nodes are like, oh, we're going to get a glow up. But it can be a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. And sometimes you have to be forced out of a situation that you're in. Okay. Yeah. So this eclipse is at 10 degrees. So if you have anything between 7 to 13, maybe I go to 6. Oh, wow. See, I just said 7. Okay. So it's going to be right there close to your ascendant. So just pay attention in your first house. All right. We all are feeling the energy of the eclipse, everybody, but the cardinal signs are definitely feeling it stronger. I feel like I have something in my teeth. Sorry. Okay. You're welcome. The cardinal signs for sure. Okay. They're the ones that are going to be feeling it. Gang, gang. What is the Astro T? Venus is in Scorpio. It just entered Scorpio today. So Venus in Scorpio is controlling or the ruler of the eclipse, right? Venus is like calling the shots because the new moon is in Libra and Libra is ruled by Venus. All right. Let's just say the next few weeks are going to be kind of intense when it comes to relationships. Trying to see if you guys see my son. Okay. So we're going to be, I don't even know what we're going to be. Maybe we'll be breaking up. Maybe we'll be reevaluating our relationships, deciding if they are reciprocal and balanced. Libra, right? Can we go on like this? Do we need to like release these relationships? Are they holding us back? Because really we're supposed to be progressing with the North Node in Aries. Are our relationships kind of keeping us stuck? Things can feel uncertain, chaotic, and in flux because this is eclipse season, all right? Love and relationships are definitely getting a little messy. October 2nd is the lunar eclipse. Libra, again, is the sign that rules relationships or partnerships. So we can expect love to be the theme and money too, right? Because Venus is also money. All kinds of love. We don't have to just talk about romantic love, because you guys will be like, oh, okay. Hey, Niche. Thank you, Niche. Okay, sorry. It can be platonic love. It could be, you know, there's all kinds of relationships too. It doesn't just have to be romantic. When people think of Libra, they're like romance, romance. No, the 7th house, that's partnerships of all kind. That would be like me and you in a one-on-one. We would have a 7th house relationship. Okay, so it could be any kind of drama. Oh, you are? I'm dead at your name. Anti-big back. Yeah, that's... So hopefully your Libra doesn't get hit too hard by the eclipse. But hey, love and tulips, eclipses are good. They're not bad things. They're here to shake us up out of our comfort zone, right? So they're saying, hey, this is stagnant. This is not moving forward. You need a change. You need a shift, because sometimes we can be hesitant. We don't want to make changes. I'm not doing readings Thursday. I'm doing horoscopes right now. So if you want to stay for that, okay. So, right, shaking us up out of our comfort zone. This could be with your work wife, your husband, your baby daddy, your wife, whoever, right? This could be with your bestie. Now, the most important relationship you have with yourself. So this is a good time to see what your self-love looks like. Are you showing yourself love? Are you kind to yourself? Are you treating yourself with grace, right? Libra season. Remember, because some people, this is for everybody. I'm going to get into the horoscopes, but this is for all of us, right? Because this is the collective energy that we're all feeling. So Libras and Aries are feeling it even more, but we all are just feeling the energy. Hello, speaking of Libra. Okay, sorry. All right. Yes, the impacts of the eclipse can last for up to 6 months. So if you're like, I don't feel anything, nothing's happening to me, well, I salute you. I'm happy for you, but just remember that maybe it happens later on. You don't feel something right this moment in this minute. What is an eclipse? Excuse me. From a scientific lens, it's when the moon passes between the sun and the earth. All right. So it casts the moon shadow on the earth, and the moon essentially eclipses the sun. So the sun gets dark. We see that little ring around the sun. This is an annular eclipse, so it's going to be a ring of fire. That means it's not full, it's partial. The moon only partially eclipses the sun. Now, from an astrology perspective, it's a full moon or a new moon on steroids. This Libra eclipse will be a new moon, all right? So it's a culmination, a turning point. It could be a place or a time of crisis. Something's got to give, okay? And I'm not saying that to scare you, because sometimes, again, depending on how it's hitting your chart, you can feel really nothing, or you could feel maybe a smaller internal shift, all right? You might feel hesitant to make a change, but maybe you are forced into one. This is a solar eclipse, again, new beginning. So things are likely to be eclipsed into your life. But at the same time, sometimes something has to end to make room for something new. So maybe it's like something's eclipsed out and then something's eclipsed in. All right, it's a clean slate. Now, we want a clean start, right? Don't we? I think that's good. What's the astro T? The eclipses activate the lunar nodes. The lunar nodes are currently in Aries and Libra. The north node is what we are embracing, right? Both of them are at 6 degrees and the new moon is at 10. The north node is what we're embracing. They're fated points, they're karmic points. For sure, I definitely, Bohemian Goddess, you definitely could feel it, because it's like we're only 2 weeks out. So it's like the 2 weeks leading up to it, yes, for sure. And then we already just had that eclipse in Pisces, so we're all starting to feel the energy of the eclipses, right? And even though the one was in Pisces, it's still, the nodes are still in Libra and Aries, so, you know, there you go. Sorry, the nodes are fated points, destiny, purpose, right? I like to say that the north node is your dharma, the south node is your karma. If you're a Buddhist, you know what I mean. The dharma is like your teachings, your lessons, whatever. Karma, you know, past, comfort zone. We're embracing the north node. That's our learning zone. We're leaning into that. The south node is what we're shrinking. If you're a Libra, you're not shrinking yourself. You're shrinking unevolved tendencies, hey Billy, or traits of Libras, right? Like codependency, people pleasing, validation, seeking validation, I should say. All right. So I know people get on here and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm a Libra in the south node. No, You're not like hiding yourself. You're letting go of some of those low vibe Libra tendencies that you have, right? Like, what do you want to eat? No, we're not doing that, okay? What do you want to eat? All right, the North Node in Aries is definitely saying put yourself first, pick yourself, choose you, okay? Because the North Node in Aries is all about independence and courage and bravery and going it alone. Hey, Philip, oftentimes when you are blazing a trail, you're going to have to do it alone, okay? The ram is just ramming in there, pause, and it's by itself, all right? Yes, this is the horoscope. You're here early. Maybe a partnership with the South Node is holding you back from your soul's evolution and elevation, from your growth, from your transformation. Hey, Bree. We need to let go of old patterns of behavior, especially when it comes to relationships that are unhealthy. Now, all of us have done this, right? For me, Aries rising, maybe I was pouring too much into my friendships and the relationships, and the people weren't pouring into me. So snip, 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 bye-bye. Okay. You know, goodbye. I will see you later. So that's kind of the vibes. Now, we do need to make sure that we're not just cutting people off and just saying, hey, because there does need to be some kind of compromise, right? This is the South Node in Libra and the North Node in Aries, but we don't want to just be so much in the North Node that we're just like being evil and, you know, cutting everybody off. Brie, I'm dead. Okay, but we do want to create space for healthy reciprocal relationships, and we got to let some of that dead weight go. And sometimes you are carrying around people, places, or things that no longer serve you, right? So that's what the vibe is. Because the South Node in Libra is conjunct to the new moon, right? Close in degree. The South Node is at 6. The Libra moon is at 10. There can be some endings. Again, maybe you do cut somebody off. We just talked about this. Libra is the scales, balance. So we're trying to bring those relationships back into balance. A truth can be revealed to you, right? New moons, eclipses, they illuminate, they reveal. And, okay, Philip, so maybe the nodes are squaring your nodes. All right. On the flip side, maybe you just have your eyes open and you're ready to move on. Hey, Cyan. What is the astro T of this solar eclipse new moon in Libra? The ruler of the eclipse is Venus in Scorpio. That's the planet calling the shots. Oh no, I'm sorry, friend. But relationships are definitely like on the chopping block. I'm just going to keep it a buck. The boss of the moon is Venus in Scorpio. Why? Because the moon is in Libra and Libra is ruled by Venus. This is where things get tricky because Venus is in detriment in Scorpio, right? Scorpio is the opposite sign of Taurus, which is also ruled by Venus. So Venus doesn't necessarily like it in Scorpio. Venus feels out of element. I'm like thinking Venus likes to be, this is so random, Sabrina Carpenter. And like Venus in Scorpio is like Charlie XCX. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Charlie, but it's like, you get what I'm saying. Barbie, goth, whatever, like dark, light, whatever. Okay. Venus and Scorpio can be fixated on people, places, and things. They could get obsessed. They could get toxic. They could get manipulative. No shade to my Venus and Scorpio people. All right. And so maybe this behavior is coming out now and leading up to this new moon solar eclipse. All right. Venus is also money. So maybe there's some stuff that comes up with money during this eclipse. They call this like the eclipse portal, like the weeks between the eclipses. I'm just saying, I love Venus and Scorpio. I get it, but it can be intense. Now, the sun, moon, and Mercury and Lilith are all in Libra, okay? So we're going to have a Libra stellium in the sky when we have this new moon. Black moon Lilith is the shadow feminine energy, all right? I'm trying to think of a better way to describe that, but that's how I want to say it. It's that raw primal femininity. So, and really they try to say that's not femininity. They try to make it like some toxic thing. But there can be some fear and shame that pops up during these eclipses, during this eclipse, especially again, if you have any planets around the eclipse degree. The low vibe of Lilith is like codependency in relationships or being overly obsessed with partnerships. We're letting go of that though, because the South Node is in Libra and we're releasing that. Okay. I love it, Billy. Venus in Scorpio also is good. See, I'm about to big you guys up for healing any pain around relationships. How can we transform that hurt into healing and into power? Hey, Carlos. All right. Also, we have a grand trine in this new moon. That's so nice, right? We're going to have Venus in Scorpio, trine Mars in Cancer, and Saturn retrograde. That is so lovely. Venus is our relationships. Saturn is, oh, that's nice. I need to do a meditation. Saturn is discipline and Mars is passion. All of this is working together, right? Saturn is commitment too. So these energies are in alignment. Our intuition can be very high during this new moon. Happy Mars return, eternally E. On the spicy side though, Mars in Cancer, speaking of Mars in Cancer, is squaring the sun and moon in Libra. Mars is our aggression, it's our drive, a square, squaring up for a fight, tense aspect. No, we're not falling back into old patterns. We're releasing those, right? Our relationship patterns. So when Mars squares up with the sun, we can feel like someone or something is blocking us from getting what we want. It could be an authority figure. It could be your dad. I'm just saying, an op. Sometimes your daddy is your op. Shout out to my dad. I'm kidding. Eldest daughters sound off in the chat. I'm just saying, we can also have accidents, all right? Remember, Mars is in the fall in Cancer. The sun is in the fall in Libra. So we have two non-confrontational. I'm just kidding. No, I literally just said he was my opto yesterday. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad. I have Sun square Chiron, you guys. So you know the vibes. Anyway, back to this. We do have these two non-confrontational, energies facing off against each other. So we can have passive aggressive behavior. We can feel cranky. Also, the moon is squaring Mars. So again, more feelings, like we want to have a meltdown. We're more emotionally charged. We're a little touchy-feely. Maybe we feel a little insecure in terms of, our finances, because the moon is also security, right? Happy autumn, I can't even talk. Happy autumn equinox, friend. And there can be arguments and conflicts that pop up in close relationships. The moon is the relationships, all right? People can be testy. Emotions are high. It's eclipse season. All right, I am going to get into the horoscopes. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to talk to you after I'm going to talk to you. I mean, I definitely have a close but interesting relationship with my dad. Okay. Aries, you've been hustling to make things happen, Rams, but while you've been focused on doing you, gang, maybe your relationships fell to the wayside. It's time to do a wellness check on your partnerships. While you're putting yourself first until the North Node leaves Aries, yes, make sure you haven't tossed aside people that really care about you. Or it could be that you need to close the door on a connection for good. Balance between me and we time is key. Your home life could be demanding more of your presence and even your focus. You could feel torn between doing what is best for you and what's best for the people you love. It's Libra season, so there's got to be a happy medium. I hope so. Aries mantra for eclipse season. I seek and create balance in my relationships. Yes. I love it, Billy. Taurus, new habits are loading, bulls. Maybe you need to tap back in with your gratitude practice or a morning sweat session. Get that workout in. If you've been working too hard, you will no longer be able to ignore the burnout now. How about taking breaks from the computer screen, gang? Eating whole and fresh food and meditating when you feel like cussing someone out. If that job is stressing you out, let that ish go. No, I'm kidding. Don't quit your job, but don't let them pile that work on your desk. The priority is on your healing when it comes to your mental and physical health, all right? You may be called to be more active in your community or even start some kind of writing project, but make sure you have the bandwidth to take on another activity, even if it is a social one. Taurus mantra for the eclipse season. Taking care of myself isn't selfish. Yes. Gemini, creativity is coming in hot, twin. Grab the mic off Amazon and start the podcast, or open up GarageBand and drop a hot 16. You're like, no. It's time to share your talents with the world. Maybe you forgot how much joy, Fred, see? Your art brought you, or you're ready to try a new creative hobby. Don't be scared to tap back in with your artistic talents. Maybe you feel torn between a solo act and getting the band back together. You said bring the beat in. Wait, but maybe you and your crew have different ideas of how to split the money up or the worth of whatever you're pushing out to the public. A toxic situation could be holding you back from being the Beyonce that you were born to be. Speaking of bring the beat in, Gemini mantra for eclipse season. I develop my artistic gifts. Yes. Cancer. Hey, Natalia. Cancer, you stay holding your family down, but hopefully you finally, been pursuing your own dreams, Crabbies. While you're building that business or climbing the corporate ladder, your loved ones may miss your presence at home, and this could be tugging on your heartstrings. You know, Cancers, they're all about the family. They're spoiled because you are mother, okay? And we're doing everything. Don't feel guilty for putting yourself first, Crabbies. How can you step into the public spotlight and manage to make time for your fam? Libra is all about balance. Free yourself from guilt. With Mars in your sign, it's about what you want. So tap into your sister sign, Capricorn. This is shady. And put your personal legacy first. I was like, shout out to my Capricorns, but Capricorns are going to do them. Cancer mantra for eclipse season. I embrace relationships that are healthy and balanced. Leo, free yourself from old ways of thinking, Lions, or ditch old projects that no longer make your heart skip a beat. What do you want to do? You could feel called to pick up a new skill or interest, but you have to let go of an old activity to make space, and even a mindset that was small and negative. Maybe you're being too critical. It's time for new beliefs. If the check engine light comes on, I'm not wishing that on anybody. Take your car to the shop. Maybe you're thinking about buying a new car, like the old one just doesn't get you from point A to point B safely. There could be a little drama in your neighborhood. With Mars in your house of subconscious, you might be aggy and triggered by past events. Sometimes it's better to be kind than right. Your ambition can be murky. Lean into your intuition. Let it be your personal GPS. Leo mantra for eclipse season. My self-expression is clear and kind. I always ride till my check, not my check engine, well that too, but my gas light comes on. Virgo, no romance without finance, Virgo. I'm joking. What kinda? Money comes and money goes, Virgo. Excuse me. That's why it's called a money flow. Do you value you? How about your self-worth? Do you think that you're worthy of the abundance that you're seeking? Maybe you're being forced to look at your bank balance. Yes, it's good to be smart with your money, but you don't want to hold on to every single coin because of a scarcity mentality. Saturn in your 7th house wants you to get serious about partnerships, and maybe you're rethinking your commitments. I know that's right. You're more focused on friendship than romance with Mars in your 11th house, but your social circles might be holding you back from the elevation that you're seeking. Virgo mantra for eclipse season. I manage money with grace and ease. Very cutesy. Okay. Libra is the definition of very cutesy. How's the villain era going, Libra? It's fun being the bad guy, isn't it? Not for Jagger, because we don't want him to be the bad guy. Welcome to the dark side. You're still a sweetheart, but boundaries were needed, and hopefully they've been established now. Oh, Lord. It's time to ask if you're holding yourself back from healthy relationships and not other people. Maybe you've been pouring into the wrong people, okay? And not making space for reciprocal connections. Don't be ashamed of wanting a dance partner. Thank you, friend. But don't settle for a dusty. That's my favorite thing. Career pressure could be mounting for you. Don't be afraid to leave your comfort zone so you can really glow up. A relationship you're clinging to so tightly could be blocking your blessings. It's time for partnerships, business and personal, that are pushing you forward. Yes, not a dusty. Libra mantra for eclipse season. I'm a magnet for beneficial connections. Yes. Scorpio, let the healing begin. That ex that wronged you a decade ago, you know, Scorpios, doesn't need to take up space in your head rent-free. Release the drama of the past. Maybe you need to book a Reiki session to move those stagnant emotions, energy and motion, up out of there. Let's go. It's time to break free from toxic behaviors. Replace any addictions or compulsions with a healthy habit. Instead of drinking or sexing your feelings away, how about acknowledging the root of the pain? Meditation can also help. It's time for healthier behaviors that support your healing. Maybe a spiritual sabbatical is calling out to you. If you can travel, it's a good time to explore new lands or embrace new topics of learning, especially woo stuff like astrology or religion. Maybe turning to spirit is just the medicine you need. Let's go, Scorpio. Scorpio mantra for eclipse season: I choose peace, and so it is. Sagittarius, is it time for new homies and hangouts? Maybe you're ready to ditch your group chat and tap in with the Discord. Tap in with our Discord. Yay, link in bio. Okay. Where you find a community that shares your same interests. Shameless plug. You don't have to break up with your old homies, but how about scaling back on the amount of time that you spend with them? You're being called to transform, and that could include your friend groups too. What about your solo hobbies? Have you been so busy with your pals that you forgot your passions? Yes. Tap back into your creativity. You could find that art becomes therapy and helps you to release some of those old painful emotions and feelings. Creativity is a good way to express all that's beneath the surface. I like that, friend. Sagittarius mantra for eclipse season: my interactions with others inspire and encourage me. You got to be aligned with the right friends. Capricorn, I'm talking to myself as well. Take the PTO, Cappy. It's family time. You're always focused on the career, but right now the focus is on your home life. If you need to address any family drama, book a therapy session and hash it out with your bloodline. Woo. Work will be there, and maybe you realize now that your career path is not the most important thing in your life. It could be time for a profession that leaves you more quality time for your fam bam, right? There could even be some arguments that arise with loved ones over the lack of QT. Nobody wins when the family feuds. So less time on the grind and more time at the crib is key. Having money isn't everything, or is it? No, I'm kidding. I can't believe I'm saying that as a Capricorn, but you need to prioritize the things in your life that money can't buy and that cannot be replaced. This is Steve Harvey. Capricorn mantra for eclipse season: I place equal value into all parts of my life. Yes. Aquarius, what do you believe in, Aquas, besides aliens? No, I'm joking. Well, kind of. It's time to tap back in with your faith. Have you lost sight of the bigger picture because you've been sweating the small stuff? It's time for you to chant, pray, or meditate. Do whatever matters to you. On whatever matters to you. It's time to open up your mind. You love new ideas, but a lot of the time you could be very fixed if those theories and thoughts don't come from you. Open up your brain to the possibilities. Talk to the people, see what they have to say. Maybe they aren't idiots like you think. If you're like, I'm too busy to breathe, let alone talk to people, then it's time to make some adjustments at work. How can you have a better work-life balance? Aquarians are always going to be talking about aliens, like all day, literally. Aquarius mantra for eclipse season: I open my mind to new perspectives. Let's go. Pisces, it's time to heal trauma, Pisces. What is a trigger for you? Some old hurt may resurface. Figure out the issue behind the pain. How can you turn the page on this chapter of your life for good? It's time to open yourself up to the moment and all that it has to offer. Thank you, E. It's a good time to get your finances in order, especially those shared resources, that shared money. Maybe your joint credit card is higher than Snoop Dogg and you need to talk to your partner about paying it off. It could be some drama with a romantic partner, and maybe this has to deal with money. Or it could be that you're ready to create your own abundance and not be dependent on your boo. You're so creative, Pisces. You can cook up ways to make money that others couldn't even dream of. Yes, Pisces mantra for eclipse season. I release feelings of guilt, hurt, and shame. Okay, I did it. Yay! I appreciate you all. I will see you on Thursday for subscriber readings. Have a good week, everybody. Bye.